Hey folks, it's time for another momentum problem video. In this video, we're going to be discussing a slightly more complicated thing that you can do with the momentum equation. And without any further instruction, I'm going to go ahead and get started with this video. So we have a car that's traveling at 10 meters per second that has a momentum of 10 kilograms meters per second. And we want to figure out the mass of the car. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the guess method, list out my givens, unknown, equation, substitution, and solution steps so that we can go ahead and solve this problem. So let's start with our first step, listing out our givens. So from this problem, I know that this car is traveling at 10 meters per second, which from the unit here, that meters per second, I know is my velocity. So the velocity of my car is going to be 10 meters per second. I also know that my car has a momentum of 70 kilograms meters per second. I could figure that out from the units here, or from the fact that the question says that the car has a momentum of 70 kilograms meters per second. Either way, I know that my momentum is 70 kgm over s. And now I'm ready to go ahead and list out my unknown. And my unknown here, I get from the question, and that is going to be the mass of my car. Using all this information, I'm ready to move forward to my equation step. And the equation I'm going to use is the same equation I'm using for pretty much every momentum problem. And that's going to be P equals mv. And now, at this point, I have two choices. First, I can plug in my numbers and then solve for my unknown, or I can solve algebraically for my unknown by putting it all by itself on one side of the equation and then plugging in numbers. And I'm going to go ahead and do that just because that's a good skill to be able to have. So to do that, I need to get mass, m, by itself. So what I'm going to do is divide both sides of the equation by v, and I will find that m is equal to momentum over velocity. If you are unsure of why this works, go ahead and try it out yourself and see what happens. But again, if this is confusing for you, you are always welcome to go ahead and plug in numbers instead. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward to the substitution step. And again, if you chose not to do this step, up here you may already be in the substitution step. And what I'm going to do is plug in numbers. So I get m is equal to momentum, which is 70, divided by velocity, which is 10 meters per second. And solving that out, either using a calculator or your head, you will get that the mass of your car is 7 kilograms. So this is probably a toy car, not a real car. But there you have it, guys. You now know how to use momentum and velocity to figure out mass. You could use this exact same process given mass and momentum to figure out velocity as well. Go ahead and see if you can figure that out, and try out some problems on your own. Happy solving!